Welcome back to Coach's Corner, everybody. Amber New-Volley here, Public Information Officer for Arcadia Unified School District. Pleased to be joined once more by Arcadia High girls varsity basketball coach Adam Conover, as well as varsity player and senior Apache Sahana Saikumar. Thank you both so much for being here. It's really exciting to have you back in the studio.
Thanks for having us.
So, from the looks of it, the recent scores you all have had, it seems like the Apaches are the team to beat this season. So 12-1 overall record, 3-0 in league. Let's chat a little bit about those first three league games, Coach. Burbank, there was a 51-39. I know we chatted a little bit about that game in our last edition of Coach's Corner. How was that game? Pretty much on par with what you thought it would be, or?
Yeah, it took us a little bit longer to adjust to what they were doing in the first quarter and first half. So we kind of struggled, and it was closer than we thought it should have been and could have been. But the girls settled down and executed better in the second half, and we found some gaps in their zone and was able to take advantage of that.
Next, we move on to Hoover, 82-12. Wow. So what happened there? What would you say were the highlights of that game?
Hoover. It's a struggle with them. It's hard to get up for their game, and they do the best they can. They play hard and stuff like that. But our biggest concern and focus that game was getting Sahana to her 1,000th career point, which was huge. So.
And we'll move on to Muir, though. Another 80-plus score by the Apaches, so 84-39. What were some of the highlights of that game?
Just again, staying at our pace and staying at what we want to do, staying disciplined to what we're trying to do on our end, and not let people take us out of our character and our game. We're shooting well, and we're definitely passing the ball and having a lot of assists, which is huge, and that's been like that since the beginning. So that's been big for us.
Now, Sahana, let's chat. Now over 1,000 career points. How did it feel scoring or just making your own history that night?
Honestly, it felt surreal. I mean, it's just something you dream of ever since you're a little kid. Just like, it's an amazing milestone, and to actually reach it is a blessing.
And how long have you been playing basketball?
I started in 3rd grade, so about 9 years now.
Okay. And what advice would you give to maybe a middle school Arcadia Unified player who wants to make varsity one day?
It's just all in the time you put in. I mean, you can practice, you could do everything your teammates are doing, but if you don't put in the extra time, you're not going to go as far as you want to.
Now, I feel like I have breaking news with you. So when you first walked into the studio, I found out this super exciting news. You're going to... I'm gonna let you say it.
Caltech.
Oh my gosh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Was that your first school choice, or how did that come to be?
I mean, it's just, like growing up, it's just one of those schools where your parents are like, Caltech, it's just like on a pedestal because it's so difficult to get in, it's so prestigious. But I mean, when I got accepted, I was shocked. It was just amazing.
That's amazing. So what do you want to study there?
Computer science.
And will you be playing basketball there?
Yes, for sure.
That's amazing. Now, in general, though, with basketball, what would you say is your favorite part about the sport all these years that you've played?
Honestly, it's just the strategy, just offensively trying to read the defense, react to the defense, and then plays, press. It's just the mind game behind all of it.
That's amazing. Wow, that's just so impressive. I'm like pleased to be sitting here and honored. Please remember us little people as you move up in life. All right, so let's recap a little bit, go back or rewind a little bit. So we talked about the successes. The last time, Coach, I had you in the studio, it was right before that final game in the La Habra tournament. I didn't want to have to bring it up, but it's the one blemish on your season record right now. So let's go back to that final matchup in the championship game of the La Habra tournament against Orange Lutheran.
Orange Lutheran's a good program, good team, and we came out a little flat. I think we came out and underestimated them a little bit. Not as focused as we could have been and should have been. We started off in a hole and just couldn't get out of it in the rest of the game.
And was there a defining moment in the game where you just saw maybe there wasn't going to be an ability to come back?
No, I mean, we've dug ourselves in holes in the off season before, and we've fought our way out of things like that before. So we thought we always could, and we believed that we could, and we just played till the end, and they pulled away, and that was okay.
And Sahana, I mean, being that you all have just really blown everything out of the water up to this point, that loss from the team's perspective and being, on the front lines, what happened, or what in your players' perspective happened that game?
I mean, it's just like we're gonna win games, we're gonna lose games. It's just part of basketball. We just needed to make sure that we don't repeat that trend, that we learn from our mistakes and get better.
And how would you say that has affected like practices and the way you approach games, or have approached the league games?
I think it just showed that we're not invincible. Like, we know that we need to get the little things done to win games. So it's definitely helped us.
All right, so we have Pasadena on deck tomorrow. They are also 3-0 in league. Coach, what have you all been focusing on to prepare for that game?
Again, just staying disciplined in what we do, and making sure those little things that Sahana just spoke about is a big deal. Rebounding and taking care of the ball. Pasadena's athletic. They've always been athletic. They're going to try to pressure us a little bit, and if we can handle the ball and, like I said, at least compete on the boards and get rebounds, we'll be fine.
And Sahana, what do you think the team's focus or your focus will be for tomorrow's game?
It's just win. We just got to do the little things. We got to get rebounds, and we got to push the ball, play our game.
And Coach, when is the next home game? When can we see you back in action at the home of the Apaches?
Ooh, I know next week we're off, so I think it's sometime in January.
Perfect.
I'd have to look at the schedule. Like I said, we're focused on one day at a time, so I couldn't tell you what's going on later.
Yeah, no, that's as it should be. I'll put that information up below, and that way we can go and support our Lady Apaches, who are doing amazing. Coach Sahana, it's been a real pleasure having you in Coach's Corner. Sahana, I am so excited to follow you in your career post your time with Arcadia High, and don't forget, once an Apache, always an Apache. All right, everyone, thanks again so much for joining us for another edition of Coach's Corner, and stay tuned for more. Take care.